Hello and welcome to this episode of BeamNG Drive Mod News and Updates. I'm your host, davidinark, and I know we've been gone for much longer than I had anticipated and much longer than I wanted. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play catch up for the last week. All right, so this is, or roughly the last week. This is going to be for the week ending May 4th. May the 4th be with you, although by the time this comes out, we're talking about most likely Revenge of the 6th. I know, a lot of people do Revenge of the 5th, which I get, but to me, Revenge of the 6th makes way more sense. Anyhow, all that to say, we have a lot of updates here for BeamNG Drive. So these are the mods that came out over the last week or so. We have things like the Burnside PRND21 gauge. Now, what that is your park, reverse, neutral, drive, second and first gear. Really cool gauge that goes up there in the vehicle at the steering wheel. You want to check that out. That's a really cool addition. And we have the revamped CRD monster truck. That's right. The CRD is back, updated, and better than ever, ready for the current version of BeamNG Drive on Sunday. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, yes. The Bishu Covet New York Taxi. You want to take a look at that one. And we have a really interesting mod called the Look Ahead Interior Camera. And I actually did a video on this particular mod several videos ago. But essentially what it does is as you turn the vehicle, the camera actually shifts along with it so that you kind of get this view where you're looking where you're going. It makes driving very bizarre. For some folks, it really helps because they kind of see where they're going to go. It just confused me. Then again, a lot of things do. So there you go. The Precious Cargo Suite gets another update. That is awesome. It's a scenario pack of different scenarios that you have to work through, that you have to deliver precious cargo, i.e. a vehicle, to a particular place, I think within a particular amount of time. Played with it not long ago. Very, very cool. We have another update to the vintage roof rack for the Burnside. As I've said before, this is one of my favorite mods just because it's a little extra touch that you put on to an old school Burnside, and I don't know, it just makes all the difference. It's very, very cool. I hope it actually ends up being an official add-in or something along those lines, just because I think it would be kind of neat. We have the ETK S Series Beast GTS Diablo GTS. It's a GTS mod for the ETK S Series. So remember, you need to get the S Series mod in order to run this. So you want to check that out for sure. And we have an update to the Bolide Supercart. That's right. Strip down the Bolide, get it to its frame, add in just enough parts to make it a vehicle, and let her rip. So there you go. Nothing like turning the Bolide into a supercart. You want to check that out. We have the Greater Toronto Area bus liveries for the Wentworth bus, so check those out. And then we have this prop called the Dumpster. That's right, because we need a dumpster in BeamNG. Not just a dumpster. We need a dumpster that we can crash into and throw around and all that good stuff. So you want to check out the Dumpster mod. Then we have another skin for the bus, and that is the Oslo area bus skins for Norway. You want to check those out. And a very interesting mod called the Jello Box, and that's what this is. It's like playing with Jello that can mess up your car, which I guess if you had a Jello cube big enough, it would maybe mess up your car. I don't know. But anyway, you want to check out the Jello Box mod, see what that's all about. Then there's also a Burnside 4-speed automatic transmission update change mod for the Burnside. And we have High Def's Stunt Show Academy. Now, you want to be sure to read the description, get all of the mods that you need that go with the Stunt Show Academy, but holy cow, this thing is a lot of fun. I did an earlier video, but I didn't go grab all the mods because I wasn't paying attention. Once again, you know, that's kind of what I do. So, but you want to make sure that you grab all the mods, and you've got to check out the Stunt Show Academy. Lots of fun jumping vehicles, well, basically into other vehicles. I mean, what else is there in life? There you go. All right, we have a really cool map called the Mount Glorious. You want to check out Mount Glorious, and I love map mods. Anything, of course, I love any mods, which is why I started doing this in the first place. Just anything that adds some cool features to the game, some fun things you can do. You want to check out Mount Glorious, which, if I remember correctly, that's actually based on an actual place. In Australia, maybe? Forgive me if I hit that wrong. I'm not looking at anything that tells me. I can't remember, but I think that's right. Anyway, we have then the Stubby Bus, which I did a video on this as well, and that is taking the Wentworth bus and essentially removing, I don't know what, 50% of it or more, and just shrinking that bus down so we have the Stubby Bus. We have the ETK 800 V10 engine. That's right. You want a V10 stuck in your ETK 800? Merry Christmas to you. There it is. Hit the pedal to the metal and burn all that fuel. Take it to town. So you want to check out the ETK 800 V10 engine. Then we have the Gavril LED flashers. This is a really cool mod that adds the LED flashers on top of the Gavril vehicles. Those flashers are the ones that were from the Sunburst, maybe? Does that sound right? Forgive me once again. I'm not looking at my reference material. I'm being an awful reporter, I know. We have the D-Series SRT pickup. Oh, you gotta check this bad boy out. Heck yeah. And we have an update to the Fiction Police livery pack. So these are police skins, for lack of a better word, that come from other games, and they are fictional police from, like GTA and other games where these skins were added to various police vehicles in BeamNG. Check that out. Jojo Jonas gives us an update to the T-Series parts, so you want to check those out. We also get a VTEC engine for the Fate Uno, and or maybe that's Fayette Uno. I don't know how the Fayette Uno. I mean, really, if we're gonna do French, well, I guess technically you would say the T since it's before a vowel. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, you check out the VTEC engine for the Fayette Uno. We have a Wentworth DMPK skin, so another bus skin for the bus. Makes sense, right? There you go. All right. How about a 67 Camaro V8 engine sound for the Gavril Vendetta? So you first have to go get the Vendetta, which is like the old school Corvette mod, and this adds a 67 Camaro V8 sound, which I think is cool, but why not just add the engine sound from, a 70s era Corvette? But that's just me. Gotta check out the 67 Camaro V8 sound. Honestly, it's a 67 freaking Camaro. It's going to sound awesome. I don't care what car you attach it to. Very cool. All right, we have the ETK I-Series drift car with various parts that you can choose from. So you want to check that out for all your drifting fun. We have a mod that adds additional parts to the Wentworth bus. So you want to check that out as well. Then we have a Burnside taxi. So we have Covette New York taxi that we talked about earlier, and here we have the Burnside taxi. Thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride. Bonus points if you know the reference for that one. We have a mod called the Compressor Props, and that's right, this adds an air compressor into the game because why not? We have a dumpster, we have an air compressor. I say we build like this whole redneck village and call it good, man. Just go crashing into it. So there you go. With our SRT D series. That's there you go. I'm formulating a scenario, as it were, as we speak. So there you go. We have a mod. Excuse me. We have an updated mod for the updated intakes. So there are ways you can go in here, install that mod, and change the intakes for various cars. We have the Euro Truck diesel sound for the Semi T-Series vehicle. So if you want your T-Series big old honking American truck to sound like Euro Truck diesels, this mod's for you. So you want to check that out. And we have a really cool carbon fiber skin. Add this mod and you can have carbon fiber versions of various vehicles in BeamNG. And then the Miramar mid-sized engine. So this upgrades the engine available for the Miramar. You want to check those out. And that is the list of mods that we are covering in this episode. Holy cow. First of all, thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback that you've been giving on this particular series. And again, I apologize for skipping. Really, it ended up being way longer than I thought it would be, but I'm so happy and so glad to be back doing this series for you and just kind of keeping up with what's going on with various BeamNG mods. And one of the things that I'll be doing in future videos, generally speaking, I try to keep this focused on the mods that are in the official repository, but I think I'm going to start adding in some of the ones that are over in the forums, just because they tend to be a little different. Sometimes you get some actual brand name vehicles over in the forums that are not part of the official repository, so things like that. And just to throw this out there in case you haven't seen it, I went out on BeamNG to the, now this was from the official mods repository, and I went to the very last page, and on that page there were two mods at the time I did this. There was the crane and the endless tunnel. So I downloaded both of those. They're both from 2015. Downloaded those, tried to run them. The crane did not work at all. Endless tunnel still works beautifully, and so much fun to just be racing down the tunnel, and different things you can set up with AI and just messing around in the endless tunnel. So I don't know, very cool. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see in this mod news and updates feature, let me know. Leave those down in the comments section. And as always, any problems, comments, suggestions, horror stories, leave those down in the comments section as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. And tune in next time to BeamNG mod news and updates. Real quick, this video is not endorsed or supported by BeamNG. It's just something I'm doing on my own. So don't forget that. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.